Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Jessica Michelle Andrews here with another DIY video for you. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe to that channel, hit that subscribe button, and if you're back, welcome back. Thanks so much for being here. So guys, guess what? Valentine's Day is coming up, and we want to look cute. You're about to go out on a date. You may be going on a friend's Valentine's Day, or it's just a group of you ladies and you're going out for Valentine's Day, or you're going with your boo, or you're about to get proposed to, or just on a simple date. But you gotta have your makeup on, you gotta look cute, right? You gotta be ready. So I'm here today to show you how to achieve an easy DIY makeup look for Valentine's Day, or any day. Let's get into it. So first, we're gonna do my brows. So first, anytime that I do my makeup, guys, I always prep my face. I use Murad hydrating toner to cleanse my face, and I've already prepped my face. And then I use Impossible Wet n Wild Impossible. So it looks like this product here. I love it because it mattifies, hydrates, and it blurs out your pores. It is amazing. You should go try it. It's by Wet n Wild. And every product that I use, guys, today, I will put it in the description below so you guys can go and get those products, right? All right, so next, you have your J's Makeup Artistry Brow Pencil. This is my ultra thin brow pencil. I love, love, love. This is like my number one go-to right now when I'm doing my makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. And before I do that, we're gonna go ahead and do our eyeshadow base. So I'm gonna prime my eyes so that eyeshadow doesn't move and my makeup lasts all night. So I'm gonna just get about less than a dime size, and then I'm gonna apply it with my finger and just kind of press it in there, get it up in there, get it under the eye as well. Another thing you can do with this eye primer, guys, is you can put it under the eye for creasing, to stop yourself from creasing. So if you're a heavy creaser, you take a little bit more of that product under the eye, and we'll apply under the eye. Always tap. You can tap with your ring finger. They said don't tap with your middle finger because it's probably the heaviest pressure you will have. So apply with your ring finger. That way you are being delicate on that delicate area. The eye is the most delicate area on the face because the skin is the thinnest. Okay, so I've got that applied. Now let's get into some brow work. I'm gonna use that J's Makeup Artistry. That is my brand brow pencil, guys. And I'll let you know how you can go order my products, jmamakeup.com. But J's Makeup Artistry Ultra Thin Brow Pencil. I'm gonna go ahead and rough those. I call it roughing up my feathers. I'm gonna rough up those brows so that I can fill them in with ease, because I still want the brows to look natural. I'm just kind of combing them up. And my brows look kind of bad because I have not groomed them in a little bit. But when you haven't done that, or if you want to grow your brows back, all you gotta do is fill them in, and you can grow them back without taking them all the way off. So I'm gonna go at the base of that brow very lightly along the base of the brow, and then I'm also gonna take that pencil and kind of go upward strokes. Okay, this allows me to fill in the brow but not apply too much product. That's why I like this pencil. It looks very natural. So I'm just filling that brow in, moving my way up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fill it in at the top here. And as I'm doing it, I am still kind of brushing in an upward motion so I can see where I need to fill in any more. Again, I want that brow to look very natural as possible. Okay, so got some uniformity on the brow. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the other brow, and I'm using this. So I'm just combing that hair up. I'm just filling it in. And guys, like I'm telling you, I know sometimes people like, oh, I hate it, man. I can't figure it out. I want to do my brows, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm telling you, just practice. Practice makes perfect. And don't do it one time and then get defeated. You have to practice. Trust me, I am a tomboy. I grew up a tomboy. And makeup was not my thing. It's so funny because I tell people I don't know how I got into this industry. Like I do, but it's like, it was funny. How everything came about. It's just a true example of when something's your calling, you know, and when you're meant to help people in certain aspects of their life. You gotta use anything for you to reach people, so. Alright, I'm just finishing up that left brow. And especially when your brows are not groomed, it can be very hard to look like it's gonna have some cuteness to the brow, right? So what I'm just going to do, I dropped my pencil. So now that I have the brows all filled in, we're gonna go ahead and conceal the brow. And I'm using LA Pro concealer and Cool Tan, okay? So I'm just gonna get that product on the back of my hand, okay? And I'm using, it's just a wooden handle brush. I like it because it's so flat, right? And I'm just gonna get that product on the tip of that brush. And we're gonna go ahead and conceal. And again, like I said, I like this because if you're trying to grow your brows back and you don't want people to see their hair that's growing back in, that concealer just erases it away. So I'm just kind of applying the product at the base of the brow. Do not go too far up in the brow, but stay right below the brow. So you can have crisp, clean edges. I'm just gonna take this little fluffy brush here. It's just like a blending brush for the face. And then I'm gonna blend that product in, and then I want to just apply the product on the whole lid of my eye because I like to have a blank canvas when I'm working with my eyeshadow. Okay. I don't want to see any vein colors or redness or darkness on my eyelids. Okay, so I apply that, and you can see the difference between both sides. So then I'm gonna take my concealer just on the base of the top of the brow, just clean it up so it can look really uniform and precise. I like very clean, crisp ponytails on my brow. And I'm gonna come to the front of the brow just to kind of level everything out and make sure it's nice and crisp. See how it gives your brow some uniformity then from just being filled in? So that's why we use concealer to just clean everything up. Again, the base of that brow coming all the way over so everything can look level. I'm gonna take my blending brush. It's just a small blending face brush. It's a no-name brush. I got these brush set off of Amazon a few years. I had over 5 years, guys, and I love them. And they're really cheap. I got them off Amazon, and they're just wooden handle brushes. You Google wooden handle brushes, and I guarantee you it'll come up. You'll see so many brands, but they pretty much are the same type of brushes. Again, I'm just concealing the top of that brow, just to have some uniformity. And then I like to come back in with the tail end of that brow pencil, that Jay's Makeup Artistry brow pencil. And we're just going to blend, 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 blend. Okay, I want to add a little more height to the top, a little more definition to that arch. And if I touched anything over here, let's go back and intensify it. All right, so next we are going to start our eyeshadow. So when I say it's a very simple look, guys, honestly, well, no, let's go ahead and do the eyeshadow. Usually I'll do my eyes first anyways, and then I clean up under my eyes, and then I do my face. Okay, so I am about to use my eyeshadow palette. This is a Jay's Makeup Artistry eyeshadow palette. It is beautiful. Have some beautiful neutral colors, but then just a couple pops of color as well. Okay, so what I want to do is get a blending brush, and I'm going to be using Jay's Makeup Artistry brushes as well. And this is just a blending brush. Isn't that handle so pretty, right? So it's Valentine's Day inspired, so that's why I want to use it. So I'm gonna go ahead in with this tan color here, right in between the gold and the silver, and I'm gonna just go ahead and kind of tap it onto my brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and rock that brush in my crease. So what does that mean? You have a lid, you have a crease, and you have a brow bone. The crease is, I could take that brush and stick it right in there over my, it kind of is that empty space over the eyeball. If you was to stick your brush in the middle of your eye, and it just kind of goes into that little divot, that is your crease. Okay, so we're just gonna do a soft, pretty look. Go in with your eyeshadow brush, your blending brush, and we're just gonna work that color into that crease. Okay, as you can see, it has gotten a little darker. I got a little bit of gold onto that brush. Didn't mean to do that. I'm going back in with that taupe color. It's like a warm taupe brown. And I'm just tapping that brush in there, and I'm just working that color in. And just like a windshield wiper, guys. Again, I'm using that tan color right there with that blending brush, and it's like a medium-sized blending brush. And guys, I want to do a pretty like halo type eye. I'm not putting so much emphasis on it because I want you guys to get this step by step. So this first step, I'm just applying that taupe eyeshadow just to have some type of transition color in there. Okay, all right, so next I want to apply a darker brown color into the crease, and I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm just gonna wipe it off on a paper towel. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this brown here, dead smack in the middle of the palette. Again, I'm gonna tap that blending brush in there, and I'm trying to keep it where, guys, you're using less brush, the least amount of brush as possible. Okay, this is the same blending brush, and I'm just going in with a warmer brown. All right. And it does not take long to achieve at all. All right, so next I am going to go in with some concealer because I want to bring out my eyelids. Okay, so I'm going in with that cool tan that I use in the LA Pro. I just put some, like a nickel size on the back of my hand. I'm gonna go back into with that flat wooden brush that I use. And I'm going to kind of lift my brows up, right? And so there's my lid, there's my crease. I'm gonna take a line right above where you see that skin that hangs. There's my crease. Right above that skin that hangs is where I'm gonna do my soft cut crease. That's where I'm gonna start applying the concealer, as you can see. And I'm just gonna do like a moon shape over that skin that hangs. And what that does, just look, what it does is takes the attention off the fold. I have a flat eye. What a flat eye is has that skin that hangs right there. But when you take that concealer and you apply it above the fold that hangs, or the skin that hangs, you get a beautiful lifted eye. So now I'm gonna pull that color down in there to the whole lid, because the makeup is nothing but an illusion, guys. Okay. And again, I'm just gonna apply that color on the lid of the eye. And you see that I'm leaving this outer space kind of empty, because when I blend my darker color on the outer corner, or give me that some smoke, and I smoke that outer corner out, there will be no reason for me to have taken that concealer all the way over, because I'm gonna cover it up. So my motto is work smart, not hard, always. Okay. So I like to just take my finger and tap and blend that color, that concealer out anyways. So you see how my eye already looks, my lid looks so much wider. That's what I'm going for. So again, I'm going on the back of my hand with that flat brush, and I'm going to go over. Just make sure you hit in the same spots when you do this. Sometimes it can be tricky, but if you practice, you'll be just fine. I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna lift my eyebrows up once again, and take that concealer over that skin that hangs, and do my half moon, or my moon shape, and pull it down. Or tap. Notice when I do my eyeshadow, I'm tapping a lot. The reason I do that is because it keeps the pigmency on your brush. If you just wipe it back and forth, you're not gonna have that pigmented situation that you're looking for. I want the color to stay. I want it to be bold and intense. So I'm going to tap. You can wipe side to side if you need to, just not as much. I just wanted to straighten up a little bit. Again, we're just tapping in that color, that concealer. And if you don't notice, sometimes I just take my finger and kind of tap in that inner corner. Okay. Tap, 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 that outer corner. Again, just to make those lines go away. Again, just waiting on the product to kind of dry a bit. I'm gonna come back over here and intensify. So just remember, guys, if you want intensity, just tap it. Be careful not to hit your lines at the top. That's what we don't want to do, okay? All right, so I've gotten my cut crease, and I am about to now set it with just a light color, just so it doesn't move. Honestly, guys, you can set it a little bit with your setting powder. So I have Oat, it's called Oat Translucent, and this setting powder is by Flower. If you haven't heard of that brand, go check it out. I got it in one of my Ipsy bags, not my Ipsy, BoxyCharm. I used to do BoxyCharm, and I got it in one of those. So I'm just gonna get like a flat brush. It's just flat. And I'm just going to set that product very lightly with this translucent powder. And I like to stretch my eyelids. I don't want any type of creases in my eyelids because I don't want them to settle into the lines. Just be careful. Just take that powder and press. Press, press, press. Press, press, press. Yes, honey, yes. So now that we pressed that color into, or that translucent powder into our lids, we're ready to add our outer corner or smoke. I call it that smoke. Ready to add it to the outer corners of our eyes, right? So I'm gonna go ahead back into my J's Makeup Artistry palette. And I wanna start with just a light taupe. I'm gonna go back into that color that I used earlier in my crease. And I'm going to take that brush and tap. I'm just going to tap that blending brush into the color, and I'm going to tap it on the outside corner of the eye. And I like to get a good amount on there, get it good and enriched, and just check it out. Look at it. So it should look faded like so. And the reason we tap, guys, because if you tap your brush, it'll blend and apply the product at the same time. So you don't have to manipulate your eyeshadow look too much. Okay. We want to just make sure we don't have any harsh lines in that makeup look. Okay. So now my last, not my last, but I'm going to go in with this darker color, this darker chocolate color. Tap my brush, same brush, and I'm gonna stay on that outer corner once again. And this is just a darker color than the color I just applied. Again, this palette, it's full of neutral and warm colors, so it's perfect. And technically I could have did my face first because it's minimal fallout. That's what I like about this palette as well. It doesn't have too much fallout in it. All right, I'm gonna go in with that color just a bit more, just to intensify. Okay, and I'm gonna kind of leave it like that. I'm gonna go in now on my lids with a pretty gold color. So the color I want to apply, actually not, it's kind of champagne color. It's this color here. And I'm gonna apply that on my eyelids. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my eyeshadow brush. It's like a fluffy flat eyeshadow brush. My J's Makeup Artistry. This is my brand makeup brush. Again, look at those pretty handles. And I'm gonna go in with my MAC Prep and Prime Fixer Spray. And what I like about this, I spray it onto my brush, and it gets my brush a little moist, a little damp. And I'm gonna press my brush into that color. Pick up some color, and then I'm gonna lift my brows up, and I'm gonna just press that champagne color into the lid of my eye. Be careful not to disturb your cut crease line. The reason we do a cut crease, once again, if you have those folds, this will give you more space on your eyelid. Okay. And I think this look will suffice for any outfit that you're wearing. It'll complement. I'm a type of person, I don't wear makeup to match. I wear makeup to complement. And that's what we want to do. We're not doing the eyes. We want it to complement. And once again, just pressing that product in there. And I'm going to go back in with my blending brush to just tap and make sure I don't have any shimmer cover overlapping, and make sure it's good and blended. So I'm gonna go back in with that brush, and I'm gonna tap it into my shimmer champagne eyeshadow. And I'm just gonna press it in to the eyelid until I just get the desired pigmentation that I'm looking for. Yeah, I said I was gonna do a halo. It ended up being just a cut crease. And that's fine. I tend to change my mind in the middle of what I'm doing. So again, you can just keep pressing that color in until you get your desired look or pigmentation. All right, so what I want to do now is go back in with that blending brush that I use, and I'm going to just tap on the outer corners just to make sure everything's blended. Tap, tap, tap. All right, so it should look kind of soft like so. So what I want to do now is apply my, first I want to kind of clean up under my eyes. So I'm just going to take a baby wipe, and I like to take it and wrap it around my finger and kind of just clean up under the eye. And that way, when it's time to apply my foundation and stuff, we're good to go. All right, so now I want to go ahead and apply some eyeliner. And that liner that I like to use is the e.l.f. liquid liner. It's just in black, jet black actually. Okay, so I got it good and coated. I'm gonna apply it like I'm applying a straight liner and go from the inner corner. Ooh, and I'm not gonna lie, it takes, you know, some practice to really get those lines kind of where you want it to go and get some pretty clean lines when it comes to liner. People always say, you make it look so easy. I'm like, it is when you've done it for a minute. So I'm gonna come here from this outer corner. I'm gonna go in the upward motion about there, and then I'm gonna come back in. So it's gonna be a little thicker coming back in, back to thin. Come back in, fill that space, and I'm gonna pull that tip out just a tiny bit. And you should see it right there. Looks really pretty. Just make sure it's good and filled in. And that's how it should look. And then we're gonna apply a pair of lashes, some pretty lashes I like to wear. Very simple. They're part of my lash brand as well. They look really flirty. It's okay. Sometimes I mess up and go a little higher. As long as you can straighten it back out. Again, upward motion. And then back in. And then kind of crisp out that outer corner. And booyah! Okay, so not hard, just again, practice, practice, practice. And you gotta kind of keep your eyes a little steady. All right, so looking good already. So now I wanna go ahead and apply my lashes. And these are a pair that I love to wear. This is when I first started my lash brand. Just some simple gold background to the lash case, but these are really pretty. I like these. And so we're gonna apply our lash bands with Star Glue. I ordered this off of Amazon. I love it. And everything that I use, guys, once again, I'll put it down in the description so you guys can know exactly what you should be buying or purchasing. So I'm going to apply my glue on that lash band, very even. And I'm just gonna put it on with my fingers. You wanna give your lash glue an opportunity to tack up. You don't want to just apply it and then put it right on your eye because it'll slide around, and that's not what we want to happen, right? So I'm really liking this look. It can go for any look or any outfit. It's really pretty and simple still. But I like to add more space to my eyelids because, like I said, I have that skin that hangs. So that gives the illusion that my eyelids I have more of a flat eye. Okay, so I'm just allowing that band to tack up before I apply the next one. So you want it to tack up about 15 to 20 seconds. So I'm just applying that to the base of the lash line, and it's still white, but it will start to dry clear, so don't worry about that. Okay, so I've got my first lash applied. We're gonna go ahead and apply the next. And another little trick that I like to do, guys, I like to allow, because I've lined my eye, I take that lash band and kind of let it glue onto the liner or into the wings so I can have more of an angled slanted eye. I love that look. And these are some simple lashes, not too much. You're going on a date. The man want to look into your eyes, not those butterfly lashes. Okay, and I know we love our lashes, but this is just the size that I chose. But at the end of the day, you can choose to have whatever size you like. And like I said, they're just simple lash bands. It's still got some fluffiness to it, but it's not quite a mink. It's a mink inspired lash. So you got that cross between mink and like a silky band or a silky lash. I like those. So that first lash is applied. I'm applying the second one. And again, I want my eyes to look very slanted, even more than what they are. I want a good flirty eye. So I'm just gonna apply, even if the band is not always dry or fully dry, just let it kind of sit there. It tacks up and you'll feel it drying on your eyes. And look at it. Ooh, ooh. Very cute, okay? So just to ensure that my lashes are married to the strip lash, I'm just gonna take some mascara, and this is Ulta Beauty Maximum Lashes. Just an Ulta Beauty brand. And just lightly apply, just in case I have anything showing, okay? So that's what it should look like. Next, we're going to go ahead and do the face. So I'm gonna go back into that concealer. That is my Cool Tan concealer that I've been using, the LA Pro concealer. And I'm just gonna apply to the inner part of my eye and then the outer part. And that just gives the eye a lift. And then see, I have smile lines, so I like to take that concealer right on the smile line. Another day I'm gonna teach you guys how to correct your eyes. I'll apply a little here, and that's kind of where I like to apply. I'm going to apply foundation, so we get into that. So now I'm just going to go in with that same brush that I used when I was applying the color to my lids of my eyes. And this just gives you more control when you're using a smaller brush. And again, I told y'all I wanted to be able to not use too many brushes for you guys. So far, this is all the amount of brushes I've used, okay? So that's pretty good. So that inner corner, right up under the eye where those dark circles like to be. And then I'm just kind of tapping that product because I don't want to mess up my my liner. And I just want to tap it because it gives a natural lift to the outer corner of the eye if you can't tell. Check that out. And then I'm gonna just blend this product right on the smile lines and then the nasolabial folds, sides of the nose, right there. Because I like to highlight my Cupid's bow area, so it just draws attention. So again, I'm just tapping that product, and it allowed it to dry by letting it sit. So it's not as dry, but it allows me still to work with it. Again, I'm gonna show you how my Fenty Beauty, which is what I'm gonna use next. So you see how bright I am under the eyes? That's what I'm looking for. Next, I'm using Fenty Beauty in a 370. That is my shade. I love Fenty Beauty because it's water-based and I have oily skin and I just love it. So try it if you haven't. It's great full coverage as well. So I'm just literally doing 2 pumps. That's about all I need for my face, and that's probably a little too much, but that's fine. I'm gonna go on my J's Makeup Artistry face brush, and I like this brush because they're soft. They're silk brushes, so I can use them wet or dry, and it picks up so much product. Check that out. And these brushes are just like a little holiday special brush that I purchased for my line. So I probably won't be carrying these after I sell out of what the rest of my inventory on them. But I think they're very pretty, and they're Valentine's Day inspired. So I'm just hitting those areas the most where I have the most imperfections, which are my smile lines and right here. I usually use vitamin C serum. My hair ran out and still hadn't made it to the store to get any. So this is why my face is showing a little more of the darker pigmentation. And that'll be in another video where I would do a skincare video for you guys. So again, still applying that foundation. Get myself in a good flow of application. Make sure you're blending along the jawline. Hit your nose. Make sure you're applying that product evenly. Forehead. I don't like a lot of product on my forehead because it tends to get oily, so I apply what's left on the brush after I've hit the majority of the face. All right, so I'm gonna go back in with my concealer and just hit those areas a little more right up under the eye. And guys, just apply it to the areas that's needed or where your desired coverage you would like to have. I'm going back in with that brush I used for the foundation. I'm just going to press it in. Press it in. Again, the same thing on this side. All right. So this is how our coverage looks. I love it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set it all. And we're gonna use that same setting powder, translucent powder, flour. And I'm going to press into, I'm gonna just pour a little bit in the cap so I can use this powder brush. It's another wooden handle powder brush, and I'm just gonna press it into the face. I like to press my products in. I'm not a beauty blender user. That's just me. I don't care for them. So press it on the eyes, and it's okay if you have spots. I have dry spots in my eye. But when I spray my face, everything will melt right into. So I'm gonna apply that powder right there. And you see how it's bringing out my natural contour of my face, but I'm also still gonna contour. But I'm gonna just put that powder there and let it sit. Okay. So now I relax my forehead and just kind of tap into my forehead too. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead with our angled Jay's Makeup Artistry brush, and this is where I use to apply my contour. In my contour palette, I like to use True Complexion, Black Radiance, and Medium Dark. Okay, so you can find this at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, anywhere that sells Black Radiant products. Okay, so I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna apply my contour powder here. I wanna lift, and I'm applying it generously. It's a powder. So if you can see already how my face has slimmed out from the front angle. And when I apply, I like to just kind of feather up. Check out that, honey. And then I'm gonna just kind of do my temples and onto my face because I want that warmth. Do I really need to? I have a pretty small forehead. So it's not to make my forehead smaller, it's just to add that warmth and vitality to the forehead. And again, applying, slimming out that jawline. That's what we want to do. Make sure you blend well. And I'm always telling people, do not come all the way down to the corner. It'll hollow out your face, but if you blend well, you'll be fine. I just want it to look very bronze and warm, and I want those cheekbones to look very slim. Okay, so I'm gonna take that same brush and I'm going to hit my jawline, and I applied, the first contour color was this, and then I like it because it have a little area where it shows you where to contour, so that's nice. And then I'm gonna use this sculpt to just kind of slim out that double chin. You're gonna be taking pictures with your boo. Hit that double chin up. Okay, so I'm gonna take that same brush, and I like to pinch it in the middle because I'm about to contour my nose. And you're gonna see how slim my nose looks after I contour. It's beautiful. And I'm using the sculpt, but I still got a little bit of the contour part, color on there. So I kind of mix them. So you want that contour to come right in that side of the nostril, right up under the brow. Again, applying some more of the contour color or the sculpt color, and pinch that brush. And you want to come down the sides. You don't want to come down the sides of the nose because you'll make the nose look bigger. What we're aiming at is to slim out the nose. So what I want to do is slim out the nose. And so that's why I'm applying it very closely. And then we'll apply some highlight color down the center and then kind of slim out the edges. And you'll see that change. Now, honestly, guys, if I'm doing this and obviously not talking and teaching, this look would have been done. And it looks so complex and difficult, but it's really not, I promise you. So I'm just going to take that blending brush that I've been using for my face, and it still has some highlight color on it. Highlight color meaning concealer. I'm just going to go down the center of my nose. And if you can see how it has slimmed out, this outside corner of the nose. I'm gonna take that foundation brush that I use and just go to the sides of the nose, and it's just lightening it up with the color of the foundation. And you see how, so instead of me taking powder and slimming it out or using powder on the sides of the nose, I just take that foundation brush because it's already kind of dry. And I'm just kind of using it as an eraser and buffing it out. Just tapping. And you see how the front of my nose is slim. And if I really want to be intentional about slimming it even more, go a little higher up on kind of erasing that darker color. Check that out. Ooh, baby. Baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, hey, hey. So, guys, check it out. If I'm going to take a little bit of powder just to kind of show you what I mean, I can go in here and bake the sides of the nose, right? Just to kind of slim it out a little more. See, I'm right-handed, so it's weird. I could take a brush and do that, but I don't want to bake it too long. I just want to come in here and use it like an eraser. And you can see how it's slimming out, or has slimmed out my nose. Look how gorgeous that is. And so I'm gonna go back in with just a little bit of that concealer. Just because sometimes I'll just keep coming back for more. Sometimes I can't get enough. So don't judge me, okay? And boom. I want it real slim. And yes, you can achieve this by using just your brushes, but I make everything hard, probably. So I'm gonna let that concealer sit there. Honey, when I say I just got a nose job, because I have a nose. The nose, it's a nose. So I'm gonna just take just a blending brush that has nothing on it, and I'll come down the center of my nose and apply powder. And I'll take my buffing brush again just to slim it back out, just so it's in a pretty nice line there. And I'll let it sit there for a second. It's not hurting nothing, right? So next, let's apply cheek color. Oh my gosh, cheek color. This is just an artesian baked cheek color, and it's by Black Radiance as well. Oh, Milani or Black Radiance? Black Radiance. And the color is Warm Berry. So I'm gonna take my blush color. I'm gonna just take me a small blush brush, face brush, whatever you want to call it, and do not go past the apples of your cheek, which is, you know, kind of a rule of thumb if you didn't know, but I like to put it on the apples of the cheek. Pretty. And I'm a tapper, guys. Just tap, tap, tap. Look at that, pretty. I'm gonna go back in with my powder brush just to kind of detail some areas. And if you want now, you can definitely tap that away, but what we're doing is really baking the center of the nose. I'm gonna go in with my contour brush that I use just to kind of polish any spots that I've missed. And I'm gonna just tap that just so it don't look too light. And now you have an effortless contour nose. Okay, so next I want to apply highlight. So what I love about my palette, Jay's Makeup Artistry, this palette, you can use it as a highlight as well, guys. So I'm gonna go in with another Jay's Makeup Artistry brush, and I'm gonna use that color that I use on my eyelid. We're just gonna tap it and apply. Not too much, but look how pretty that is. Oh my God. Ooh. Honey, if y'all don't have y'all palette, y'all better get it. jmamakeup.com. I will put the link below so you guys know where to get this palette. So again, that champagne color that I used on my lid, I'm gonna use it on the highlight area, my cheekbones. And I'm gonna just take it and apply it down the center of my nose. I also want to take a little bit and apply on my Cupid's bow. And so say I wanted to keep this look very just cute, not even apply any lipstick, right? I'm gonna use my Jay's Makeup Artistry lip gloss in the color Pink Ice. And this is just really cute and flirty. You can apply with ease as needed. I just wanted a simple gloss. Look how pretty that is. And that is my Jay's Makeup Artistry brand Pink Ice Gloss. You also can order that on my website. And check that out. I just like to keep applying and layering. But it's very pretty. Look how glossy and shiny it is. And what I like to do, guys, I like to go back in with my eyeliner, my liquid liner that I used on my eyes. And I'm going to just intensify my mole. That is a real mole, okay? I just like to dot it. And once it dries, I take my finger and just tap over it just to kind of mute it out again, but it just brings it out even more. So one more or a couple more things I need to detail under my eyes. So I'm gonna use that same palette that I used, and I wanna use that chocolate brown down here in the corner. And I'm just gonna use, again, one of my brushes, Jay's Makeup Artistry brushes. And it's just like a little, you can use it for like your inner corner for highlight. You can use it on your waterline. It's whatever. You can use it as a lip brush. And I'm just gonna apply some of that warm chocolate brown underneath the eye. Once again, a little more product on the brush. We're just gonna warm the under eye. And then I want a little bit of that black color just on the outer corners of the under eye. It adds a new drama to that look. I think it's very pretty. That's pretty. I love it. So next, I want to take my mascara and just apply at the bottom of my eye just to kind of bring those lashes out a little bit. Be careful not to poke yourself in the eye. Look at that. So again, just apply that color, the mascara, to the bottom of the eye. And voila. So, I think that's beautiful. So I like to always finish my looks out with like an inner corner color in my inner corners just to make it pop. But I think that it seemed a little like, oh, but I think that's my simple going out date look. Oh, hey, I look cute. But you know what? I'm missing something. Hold on. Let's add a little drama to my dress. So you can go just with no necklace, or we can add like a gold cuff for drama, and being that I'm extra. How about that, baby? So, there we go. There's the look. So, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your time. I hope that you learned something today. And trust, I will do videos that are even more in detail than this one. But you that want perfectly contoured cheekbones and a perfectly contoured nose, and you just want to feel pretty and go out and enjoy your Valentine's Day or your date or your day out with your girls or your night out with your girls, definitely take some pointers from this video, and I hope it helps you. So thanks so much again for coming in. Again, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share, and I'll see you next time. Happy Valentine's Day.